Have you ever wanted to shred the Talk Dirty to Me solo by Poison and you thought it was too tricky? Well, stick around. I'm going to show you exactly how anyone can play it step by step. If you don't already shred this solo, you're missing out. This solo is super fun. And even if you don't know or like the song, bear with me. You're going to be stoked that you learned this one. It's a lot of fun with lots of cool techniques to hone in on. So let's get right into it. All right, real quick, this is 80s hair metal. Most songs were played in E flat. Take all your strings, tune them down 1/2 step, you will have this. And of course, we're playing the pointy guitar today because it's the 80s and that's what they did. Let's get into it. This solo is brought to you by the G major scale, because if you want to be a G, you got to play in key. Like the first half of the solo is played using double stops. Double stops are just chunks of chords, right? Okay, so 5 and 5. I like to grab it with my ring and pinky finger, okay, to keep those other strings quiet. Shut them up, all right? Okay, 5 5, 4 3, 2 1, 0 0. Okay, check out the tabs provided if you get lost, all right? You do this 2 times through. Okay, now we're up here at fret number 12, all right? And we're gonna do a double stop run all the way back down to the first position, okay? One more time. Okay, now back to the original lick. 2 times through. Now for the next double stop lick that will resolve this part of the solo. Take it up to fret number 7. 7 and 7, okay. All right, so part number 2 of the solo is essentially Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry, you guys remember? That's called old school shred. That was a big deal back in the day. But you're probably asking yourself, how did Chuck Berry end up in a hair metal tune, right? Well, my answer is context. It all depends on how you play the lick. You can make it sound however you want. These are cool notes. Sexy right there, okay? It all depends on you. Anyways, I digress. Let's get into the lick. G string, fret number 10. You're gonna bend it up a full step. Target note is 12. Then after that, you're going to grab the B and E strings on fret number 8. You're gonna play them 2 times. You're gonna bar them right here, okay? Ready? You're gonna play that 4 times through. On the 4th time, you're only gonna play the B and E strings once. That's gonna get you ready for the next part of the solo. Ready? Here we go. Okay, the third part of the solo is essentially pull-offs. That's it. You hit the string 1 time and you pull off the rest. So I'm going to hit 3, pull off to 2, pull off to 0. You're going to do that same pull-off sequence on every string, okay? We're going to go all the way from the high E to the low E, okay? The nice part about this part of the solo is it kind of gives you a break and you can get ready for the next part, right? It's pretty easy. The only thing to stay aware of is it's something you got to be mindful of on keeping the other strings quiet. 3 2 0 3 2 0 4 2 0 4 2 0. That's the first half, okay? We are descending, right? Going from high to low. All right. So 3 2 0 3 2 0 4 2 0 4 2 0. Go back down to the G. Okay. 4 2 0 4 2 0 3 2 0 3 2 0. All right, that's it. Played slowly, it sounds like this. You gotta love the whammy bar. Okay, the final part of the solo, okay? It's pretty much like a little chromatic lick right here. So you're gonna grab I grabbed the A on the 12th fret, A string, okay? That's an A note. So there's a few different ways you could play it. I like to play it 12, 14, 15, 11 on the D, and then 12 on the D, all right? So, but you're gonna play them in double style. So 1, 2. So this is called double picking, all right? The other way you could play it is 14, start in the same spot, and you can do a little chromatic run up the D string, grabbing 9, 10, 11, and 12. So, but I'm not very good at that, so I tend to go with what I'm good at. Not saying you should shy away from the things you suck at. It will only make you better, but for the sake of this lesson, let's stick with what works, shall we? Okay, so 12, 14, 15, 11, 12. The next part is the little, which is essentially a full step bend. Okay, you bring it up and down with a pull off onto 12. And yes, I threw in a chirp right there because chirps are cool. In the hair metal context, you really can't chirp enough. And yes, those are called pinch harmonics. All right. You do that at a gig. People that don't play guitar, they're gonna be like, that dude knows what the fuck he's doing. Okay. So just a fun little note on chirping. Anyways, back to the lick. Okay. Full step bend. Target note is number 16 right here. So 2 times through. And you're going to end on a 12, an extra 12 right there. All right, the finisher lick, here we go. It's essentially a big G chord. So you're going to start by playing 15 on the high E. You're going to pick it 3 times. All these are picked 3 times, by the way, okay? So, and you kind of want to wiggle it a little bit. If you don't, it's not a big deal, but, you know, flavor points right there, all right? The 15, all right? You're gonna, oh, and also, I don't know if you guys notice this or not, but my index finger kind of stays over the top of the other strings, and that's just to keep them quiet and dampen down unwanted noise, all right? Then you're gonna go up to the B string, do the same thing on fret 15. Go over to fret number 12 on the G string, do the same thing. Fret number 12 on the D, same thing. And fret number 10 on the A string, same thing. It's going to sound like this in total. The cool thing about this lick is it's going to test you on your abilities to keep the other strings quiet, and that's a good thing because that's a big hurdle you got to jump in the guitar world. Sounding clean is just something that differentiates good players from bad, but when you're early on, doesn't matter if it's a little bit messy, people still understand the essence of what you're doing, okay? So, we got all the parts down. Let's wrap it all up, and we're gonna play the solo all the way through. Let's do it. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. I really appreciate you guys watching the video, and I hope you learned something. If you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world. Also, in the description below, I'm including a link to my community, which is the Fretslayer Hub. It's free. It's just a spot for all guitar nerds to hang out where we can talk about everything guitar all hours of the day. Okay, so I'll see you there. And until next time, keep shredding.